Whoa! We're getting funky this time. That was pretty cool. Little like Brady Bunch intro we had there. I'll be Alice, the maid. I'm kidding. Great show though. Shout out Brady Bunch. Tegan's definitely seen that. Probably the only one in here that has.
Probably.
Other than me. Yeah. Anyway, we're here. Post Las Vegas. No right rear hooking this year. So Kyle Larson wins. Pretty good race overall, I think. Oh, what's your problem, Ryan? He deserves
Screw
it.
Larson.
Oh shit.
Wanted Seabell to win.
Oh, it's the little Seabell guy down there. Wow. Is that your new favorite driver?
No, I just was hoping for Seabell to win. I think he'd make it more interesting than Larson for the Final Four.
Okay. Anyway, yeah, Christopher Bell chased him down pretty hard there at the end. Looked like Larson kind of had it in the bag, and then there at the end, Christopher Bell running that top lane was really reeling him in, and didn't have enough time. I believe the second closest margin in Las Vegas history for a finish. I don't know what the first one is. Was it maybe Kenseth Kane, 2013?
Probably.
That's the only one that I can think of that was kind of close and was similar to that. I think a pretty good race overall. We'll go around the horn here and hear everybody's thoughts. Sally, what did you think?
It was okay. I don't know why I felt like it was the first race in a while that felt like it had that mid stage one, almost all of stage two that kind of like dragged out, in my opinion.
Really? I think us as
not
Chase fans, maybe, but I thought there was action going on most of the time.
I don't know. I couldn't, like, I watched it fully, right? But I don't know. Sometimes I caught myself like just looking at the ticker. So
yeah. Alrighty, Tegan, your thoughts?
It was a decent race. I mean, it wasn't the best of the season, but it wasn't the worst. I wouldn't even consider it a mid race. It was just all right. It's up there. There were some passes going on in the back of the field, I think.
Not and Ty Dillon passing Chase, yeah.
No shit. So you told me more than once. So
you can
it
ask
wasn't a bad
Tegan.
race.
Tegan was like my therapist during the race.
Yeah, I'm like, give it time, Mike. They always turn it around, and he would have if he didn't get caught with jumping the start. So probably would have got top 15 out of it there at the end.
Could have, yeah. Ryan, your thoughts?
I mean, it was a decent race. I agree with Sal that stage 2 felt a little longer than most. It just felt like it dragged on. But overall, pretty decent race. The finish also kind of helped a little bit where Christopher Bell made it close, where it looked like Larson had it in the bag. Then obviously, like you had mentioned earlier, Seabell ran him down. So yeah, I think the finish helps, but I think the race overall was pretty decent.
Yeah, I think it was cool that we had a close finish like that, but not because of a late restart. Like that was a natural close finish, which we haven't. I don't feel like we see that hardly ever anymore.
Not really.
And it wasn't like, okay, great, Ryan. I mean, Jesus Christ, how many times does he do this?
That's one.
Where's he going? We can see the mirror.
He's letting his dog out.
All right. Well, this is earned. Squirrel again. Already left. Less than 5 minutes into the show. Ryan
I can't control my dog when he wants to come in the damn house.
He wants to do what in the house?
He wants to.
Never mind.
Please, let's don't go there with that.
Well, if Tegan is the one like holding us back, then we're really misguided.
Yes. This is getting into different species. Let's just keep going.
We don't know what Ryan likes. So Kyle Larson wins the race. Huge for him. the last two champions have won the first race of this round, Kyle Larson being one of them. How do we think this affects that team with their focus being able to go to Phoenix, even though Larson said in his post-race press conference that he wants to beat everybody by 30 seconds next week at Homestead. So
I mean, I'd say that too if I was guaranteed a freaking chance at a championship. I'd say that too. Yeah, I'd say I want them lap down. So
30 seconds probably would be a lap down, right?
it'd be pretty close at Homestead. Yeah.
Yeah. So what do we think, guys? We'll go around Sal, Tegan, then Ryan, Squirrel. How do we think this fares for Larson, and is he the championship favorite now?
I think there are two teams and two drivers you didn't want winning that first round, and it was Denny Hamlin or Kyle Larson. You essentially give them those 2 weeks to go all in on the Phoenix car, and that's going to be dangerous. I do think he now puts himself in there. Along with Byron, maybe, because I mean they had a quiet but improving the car kind of day.
Yeah, and even like his bad days are still like lower top 10.
Yeah,
that team's consistency has been really good this year.
Yeah, him, Byron, Hamlin. I think between those three, the fight at Phoenix is going to be pretty.
Well, we don't know if they're going to be in yet.
They'll be in.
Hey, Hamlin's pretty.
I don't know.
2 points up.
With the exception of Larson, it's pretty damn close of them other three that's in right now are being put out. All it takes is a couple bad stages and not no stage points while your competition does, and it puts you at the bottom. I'm talking about Byron, so.
Thinking about. Damn.
Oh, wow. I like that, JC. Yeah, I feel bad. I think Denny deserves one at some point, just based on his career. But yeah, it's half like funny and half like I'm rooting for him. So I don't know.
I want to see it happen just because it's time. He's been there a lot and come up short, and just because I want to see the reaction of the fans at Phoenix and in NASCAR in general.
I want to see.
I want to see it.
I want to see him win Martinsville because like Martinsville has become like the NASCAR WWE atmosphere, I think.
Yeah.
Where like you have like ridiculous booing, ridiculous cheering, action, fights, wall riding, wrecks. I mean, while the racing in this next gen era hasn't been great at Martinsville always seems to provide those moments that we talk about, because you think of 2015 with Logano and Kenseth, and then Jeff getting his last one. You think of 2017 with Chase and Denny. You think of 2018 with Logano and Truex in their little battle, which Logano won that and the war. 2019, Denny Hamlin and Joey Logano were fighting after the race. He goes, short track racing. And then
probably last time he got cheered. To be honest,
I think so. Because then nothing happened at Chase.
Harvick tried to murder Kyle Busch to make it and murdered himself. Which, hey, credit to him. He was doing what he needed to do. 2021 was Bowman wrecking Denny for the win and Denny getting booed for it. That one always is crazy to me. That
one doesn't make sense.
And then last year, of course, the Hail Melon. That's a fair assessment of Denny Hamlin, I'd say. Man,
I ain't heard good things about Mark Martin since his retirement though. So
whoa,
douchebag may be running in the little second place.
Ayo,
what the fuck is your deal with Mark Martin?
Oh, I've read here lately. He's not a driver that wants to sign autographs, I guess, in his twilight years.
He's old.
What is he saying to people?
Yeah, in his twilight. I reckon he's not doing nothing. It's what I've read. And it's just not like one or two. It's multiple, like He made a comment about Riley Herbst being respectable, and a lot of people was on that post talking about how he's not respectable toward fans. So I don't know. I ain't had a personal experience. I'm just going by what I read. So
I heard he was pretty good at Coda. I think the first year Coda was on the schedule, he did an appearance and signed autographs. Maybe you're just listening to the wrong people, buddy.
Yeah. I mean,
maybe you just like that fake news there, Chase Elliott fan.
wow. Yeah, I'm on these Mark Martin comments. I don't see any of this. I don't see what you're talking about. Everybody's actually talking about how much they respect Mark Martin. But
It's
yeah,
just his career.
Yeah, he's a hard guy to dislike, I guess, from the surface level. I mean, maybe he's some sort of like really bad person. Who knows? We never know about these people, okay? You always could be surprised. You never know about Mark Martin. He likes Gucci Mane. That's pretty dope.
Really quick about that. Can we talk about the idiot NASCAR fans who don't know that like Michael Jordan literally cannot sign autographs?
Was he not allowed to?
He's not allowed to because of some sort of contract he has, I guess, with like Panini or someone. I think it was something to do with trading cards. But there was this one group on Facebook of all places too, that were saying, I think it was one of the first races he went to. A bunch of people were like bashing him for not signing or anything. And like the security guards pushing people away and all that. And then someone actually came out, one of the admins that were at that race too, came out and said, y'all need to understand, like, he literally cannot until his contract expires, which then if he doesn't renew it, he can sign autographs, and he looks like the kind of guy that would sign autographs.
Definitely.
Especially with those like Jordan.
If I'm him, I'm letting it expire because you're tapping into another market right now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
and sure. And it opens up possibilities on the basketball side to still sign autographs whenever the hell you want.
Could you imagine a Michael Jordan autograph die cast? Oh my god, that'd be really expensive. That'd probably be the most expensive one they sell, right?
It depends on how many gets signed. The more he signs, the less they go down in value.
Right.
Or the more they go down in value, I should say.
Ryan, didn't get your thoughts on Larson having basically like a 2-week bye heading into the championship. What do you think that does for him?
I mean, it gives him a better chance of being a champion, but I think it's going to be the 24 car event at this point, because I just think the 24 team this year overall has been too consistent to not let up now.
And a hot take, so I'm going to change your name back. Good work, Ryan.
So I just think the 24 team and William Byron have been fast all year, and I know they probably were hoping for a little bit of a better finish, but at least they have, with the Blaney rescinded penalty, so that changes.
I don't think that affects them.
It doesn't affect them, but it affects the 4 out. But he's +9
but
going.
No, it just affects Blaney. It doesn't affect anybody else.
Actually might affect. No, it does affect Byron because I think Blaney finished ahead of Byron.
Oh, yeah. And Blaney also got stage points.
Yeah.
He gets the stage points back too.
So that does affect
Byron
Max, a little bit,
it would
but
be
not
3
by much.
points, but that could be everything in this format. So let's kind of go through the playoff field and talk about people's days for each of them. William Byron, I think, had a pretty good day overall. Believe he got stage points in all the stages. Finished 6th, came away with 38 points. So pretty good day for Byron. Heading into a track he's won at before. He's won at every track in this round, actually. So do we think Byron is the best bet to make it on points right now if he doesn't win?
Well, he's got a better shot than the other two do. But I mean, he's still right there with them in points as well. Well, ain't Truex in or out right now?
Truex is
he's in barely
by
3. Yeah.
How much is Byron up? Like 11 or something?
So let me get it up here.
I wonder if it's even been updated since the Blaney thing's been took out.
It has actually. Yeah, but
Blaney was 56
NASCAR.com
out. What is he out now?
NASCAR.com isn't even updated for this week points. So great
So
work,
you might have to go to
NASCAR.
Jessica.
Yeah, that's where I was heading to. Let's see. They don't make it easy to find. Driver points. Bang. So they don't have it updated for Blaney, but I believe he'll be 17 out whenever he's back in his spot. I think that's where he was before.
Oh my god.
Thanks. Good work, Sal.
That's over 30 points gained back.
Byron is 11 up, but I think that might
That's
go
what I
down to
figured.
10.
Maybe 9. I think it was +9
Yeah,
before
and
the
then
playoff, before the penalty. So I
and
think
then
it's
it's,
plus.
I mean, all it takes is him not getting stage points. So, I mean, it's not a guarantee. He just has a more probable chance compared to
Right.
his competition.
yeah.
Just from the finishes. And I'm pretty sure he's pretty good at Homestead, too. So,
Yeah, I'm seeing if Bob has the points up or what. So I trust Bob more than any. I trust Bob more than like NASCAR itself. Let's see. I hope he didn't delete the original ones.
you got the better results, but they don't do it. It's
Yeah.
not good.
Yeah. So we'll try to get that. It happened at a really bad time for it to be rescinded, like an hour before us. So nobody really has it updated yet. I'll see if I can find it anywhere. But Denny Hamlin, not like the best day for them, I don't think. Didn't get many stage points, I don't think, but did come away with a top 10. But I would say that Denny has 2 good tracks for him coming up. So do we think, Sal, you clearly think he makes it. Talk to me why you think Denny Hamlin's going to be in there.
And they touch up on it a lot on the broadcast, especially these last couple weeks. Just the way he's approached the playoffs this year, it's like a completely different Denny Hamlin. I mean, he uses the noise the fans make like to his
Advantage.
advantage, and it's like he genuinely like wants to go out there and put on a show and win just to get these reactions
Yeah.
from people. And I think it's one of the best things the sport has going for them right now.
I would agree, actually. Yeah.
And then on top of that, he's run well at Homestead. He
Of course, run well at Martinsville.
yeah, he does amazing at Martinsville. I don't see, unless he gets in someone else's problems, I don't see how he can miss the Final Four.
Which, getting into other people's problems is actually kind of Denny Hamlin's forte, I'd say. So,
For speeding. So
yeah, could have a pit penalty of some kind. That wouldn't be great for him. Tegan, Truex had an okay day, I'd say. Also, that
I think
pit call-
Truex there at the end of that race had the best car.
Yeah,
It was just the pit call that fucked
the
him.
pit call really set them back, and in the moment, I didn't think it was that bad of a call actually,
It wasn't.
because
It's
you and I were texting about the 2 tires kind of not.
It worked
losing out
earlier.
that much.
Yeah.
So
But
I
2
thought it
tires
was a
is
good call to
different
stay
than no
out.
tires.
That's true.
So,
yeah.
And they did have about like 10 laps on it. So, I think once you get past about 2 or 3 cars, you're cooked. You have to have clean air if you're going to do that. It's actually worse than what the old car used to be when you used to do no tires and stuff like that. So it's more profound if you get past by 1 or 2. If you get put in dirty air, then your car don't turn. Your car's already not turning. It gets worse when you don't have fresh tires on it. So that put him way behind. And then he had it made up pretty quickly. But then they had a restart where he went from 11th to 20th and got stuck there as well. So the long run really what helped him, because apparently his car didn't drive worth the fuck on restarts. But
he was
him
behind
getting put
Chase
back
for
like
a
that
little
is what
bit.
started it. Yeah.
So that's saying he was having a bad day. But I think it's the run that team needed. Because no top 15s in the playoffs. Come away with a top 10, I believe. Where did he end up?
I mean, it was a run where they needed it at the finish, but they didn't get no stage points in the second stage.
Right, but I think it's the result that they needed.
Yeah, but
this is something you
it's
can
still
build
not.
on and-
It's still not executed.
Finished ninth.
Still didn't execute it.
I mean,
If he had
my-
stage 2 back and got stage points, I think he would have finished better than ninth. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
He'd be
I
about
just
10
think-
points higher than what he is right now to the good.
Yeah, which put him right next to Byron because I believe him and Denny are 2 up. ESPN has it updated. It has Byron up 11 on Bell, and then Truex and Denny up 2. Can't really trust ESPN that much with NASCAR, but that's the most updated source that I could find out here about this.
Yeah, Bob didn't
I'll
have it
see what-
either. So
I'll see what Fox has. Yeah, because Fox doesn't have it updated either. So yeah, we're really struggling with the points right now. And then the guys below the cut line, Christopher Bell had a huge day for him. Made it so that it's very, very feasible for him to make it on points. I think that was a good run from that team. One more lap, and he might have been the winner. Also kind of helped the line the lap cars were running there for Larson.
dirty air. And I don't think Larson was pushing too hard. He was running the bottom.
No.
He could have ran the top if he wanted to really
Yeah.
stay ahead of more than what he did. He was just running the line that was less prone for mistakes.
Yeah. Smart by him. Because you've seen Larson make a lot of mistakes before.
On the high line, yes.
This car allows him to make the mistakes that the last car didn't, which I think helps him quite a bit. Do I think that's a good thing? No, but it's the world we live in now. And then the other guys below the cut line, Ryan Blaney, we'll talk about him. So gets DQ'd after the race, but just about an hour ago rescinded the disqualification. I don't think we've seen something like this before. I mean, for now,
Not without an appeal.
Well, Penske was going to appeal. That was announced
Oh,
earlier
were they?
today. Yeah, and they were going to win, I guess. But NASCAR found that something was wrong with one of their templates that they had, and no DQ for the 12 car. So he gets those positions reinstated. Big for him
Lifesaver.
because he was going to have to win with that disqualification. But now he can. I don't know.
Maybe.
I mean, it's going to be it's an uphill
going to have
battle
help.
for him. Yeah. He would need something to happen to Hamlin or Truex or both of them, and then have 2 really good races on top of that. So
he's got to outperform Seabell too.
yeah,
No,
that's
you don't
true.
have to outperform all of them, just 1 or 2.
2 of them he would have to outperform.
Yeah.
By 17. So
With the way
Definitely not
Truex is
gonna
running,
be-
it can be done.
It can be.
yeah, but I don't know if you can get both of 2 of them if there's no problems for them.
Right.
But we've seen so much happen in the playoffs in this era where
Anything can happen.
problems are kind of expected. You expect a pit penalty, a mistake on a pit stop, a blown tire, just an accident. I mean, all the mistakes happen in the playoffs, it seems like. Miami was pretty tame last year, though, I thought. Maybe we don't see that again. The only exciting thing, or the only kind of wacky thing that happened was Larson and Truex in the pits,
Pit. Yeah.
where Truex got spun out.
That was the only crazy thing that I remember.
I don't even remember Homestead, so it must not have been
Yeah,
Larson
it wasn't-
won
must
by
not have
a
been
lot.
nothing.
yeah, Larson.
Larson and Truex are the best.
Oh, I
guys.
do remember the Truex and Larson thing now.
You said on
Maybe-
Ryan?
Maybe we do have some drama in this round, even though it was kind of unexpected. Just because of we think realistically Truex could fall out just because of how his performance has been in the playoffs.
I don't know. I think that the next 2 tracks are pretty good for him.
He
And
needed a good
he
Vegas
had a good
race.
run at Vegas, showed more speed than they have. He showed the most speed that they've had since Michigan.
Yeah,
That
which
was in
is
August.
insane. Yeah, which
So,
That's just one
Yeah.
race, though.
yeah,
right, but we're
Out
going
of
to a
how many
track-
since Michigan?
But we're going to a track that he's historically been good at. another mile and a half, which Truex also did show speed at Kansas, but had that tire issue on lap 1. So I think that Truex could fare pretty well at Miami, and I also think Martinsville, in recent memory, he's probably been the best at it in the last 5 years, I'd say. You can argue if he's not the best, he's definitely top 5 at that track recently.
Mhm.
So I think it's gonna be. I think it fares well for Truex, but they're gonna have to show more of what they showed at Las Vegas if they want to make
Yeah.
it through.
I th-
Go ahead, Ryan.
I think personally he has a good race at Homestead because Homestead's never really the craziest race in the world normally. However, I think Martinsville is where he's going to need to stay out of trouble because Christopher Bell last year ended up winning it to get into the Final Four, I believe, right?
Yes, Bell won.
And it just seems like Martinsville being the last race of the round of 8 seems to really mess with people. Like you have crazy things that tend to happen. Obviously,
Some
like I said,
watermelon farmer riding the wall.
riding the wall and knocking somebody out of the playoffs, which was crazy. So
Denny, of course, it was him.
Of course, it was Denny. So I mean, if Denny has some bad luck, it's going to be at Martinsville. Same with Truex, I think. If bad luck,
Denny, because Denny's due for an altercation at Martinsville.
he is due.
2017, he had the issue with Chase. 2019, he had the issue with Logano. 2021, he had the issue with Bowman. So it's every other year.
All year.
And we're set for one here.
Who is it? Who is it going to be?
I was gonna say
Bubba.
Larson. I don't think that's gonna happen.
I think the rivalry gets renewed here.
Reignited.
I think Chase.
Who?
I think Chase finds a way to fuck Hamlin,
Whoa.
and it is going to be rivalry renewed. But it's because Hamlin knocked him out of the way first, and Chase is like, really?
I don't think that's going to happen.
I think it's going to be Ross Chastain that causes a little.
If it's going to be Ross Chastain.
Nice. All right. Can we see old Harv have one more little spat left in him? I'd love that.
I feel like Harvick's saving his shit up. I think he's going to start moving people at Homestead and Phoenix, maybe.
I think he's going to move people at Phoenix.
Been too passive aggressive here lately.
He's due.
I think Rodney's throwing his shit in the bucket behind these last 2 races. So I think he's going to have a good shot at winning one of them. I hope.
Yeah,
I just don't know which one.
Phoenix.
I think he deserves the chance to at least have a competitive enough car to win in one of these last few races. I think everyone would like to see that.
What do they run at Phoenix? Because they're running the Budweiser car
We don't know yet.
at Homestead.
It's usually a Busch Light race, so we'll see what they come up
It
with.
has to be a banger, right?
It's got to be a banger.
It's probably going to be a silver car.
I think it's going to be a montage of pictures and stuff of Victory Lane championship and stuff like that.
Can we have Chase pointing in his helmet on there?
I don't think Chase makes it. Well, maybe that way Chase Elliott can buy the diecast because they like sucking his cock. So
hey, if Harvick wins, then Chase Elliott is part of one win this year. So I'm happy with that. Put him on the car. Because I think Harvick probably has a better chance of Phoenix than Chase does right now. We didn't talk about Chris Buescher. Bad day for him. Outperformed Keselowski by a lot. That's been the story of Chris Buescher's year, though. He hasn't really, I think he's 3rd in the series in average finish, but does not get many stage points. If you look at the Winston Cup points format, where they take into account just race finish and no stage points, I believe he's like top 3 in that.
Holy
He's second.
crap.
Yeah, so he's a classic racer, Chris Buescher.
Chris Buescher.
They love him down there.
He races for a good finish.
He races for points. That's right.
And they did back in the day, boys.
Christopher Buescher. He's in the wrong era. Christopher Buescher would have been a powerhouse in the 90s, maybe the 80s. Waltrip, Earnhardt, Allison, Buescher. Yeah. I think we covered all the playoff guys. we didn't talk about the owners championship. Chase had a really bad week, so we're not going to cover that.
Yeah.
Must win.
Sal, it was bad.
It was so bad.
As I was saying earlier, Tegan was my therapist throughout the race. I'll actually, for comedy's sake, I will read off some of the angry texts that I sent.
Just so we're clear, I don't send my texts when I'm angry. I bitch at the TV, so I literally tell Harvick just park it every other fucking lap. That's what I do. Like, just fucking park it.
Tegan says to me, "Keep an eye on the Fords." That's his first text to me during the race.
In the first stage, it was looking good for Ryan Blaney and Harvick.
I respond to that with, "Chase is such a pussy." Then he went, "Why?" I just said, "He just isn't aggressive." And I said, "Larson has no problem getting through the field." And then I said that Chase is always afraid to step on squirrels' toes. There's all those squirrels back there. And then this is where I get really angry. And I said, "And they always wait to be one of the last ones to pit when he's having trouble passing." Makes fucking sense. It's unreal how stupid the 9 team is all around. He's going to get lapped because of this dumb shit.
He had the freshest tire and still got lapped.
Yeah. And Tegan went, "I just don't think that car is the same as the primary." I said, "Why the fuck would you be one of the last cars to pit if you haven't been able to pass the whole time?" And then I was like, "Stupid, so stupid." And then the caution came out, and Tegan was like, "I'll probably save his race." And I said, "I hope he gets the wave around." And then we had the restart, and I went, "Chase got passed by fucking Ty Dillon." Tegan went, "LOL, but I'm the lead lap, right?" I said, "Yeah." And then I said, "I mean, Ty Dillon passed him again. This is such shit." And
he was ahead of him for a long time, even on the long runs.
And then when the penalty happened, I said, "What a season."
I was so done when that happened.
Dude, I knew it was going to be him too.
I kid you not. I had just realized he was on the lead lap. I thought he ran that whole race a lap down because I never saw him on the stupid ticker. And so I'm like, this is a disaster. I'm like, where even is he? I think at the same time, like, I didn't pay attention to the restart because I'm like, I got to see where the hell this guy is. I look it up on my phone. Then I look up and I see Chase Elliott on the ticker, full face, restart violation. I'm like, what the hell?
Looking like me with the Napa hat and the mustache.
This is happening.
Yeah. Okay, what question about Chase? Why do they always take his photo with a mustache? I mean, he doesn't have it ever.
He has it whenever they do their media day. That's why.
Does he think that looks cool for him or something?
I don't know. Maybe he just maybe he doesn't shave during the off season, and then he's like, "Oh shit, we got media day."
They do around the throwback weekend too in the spring. It's when they do it.
Do it for that.
Are you sure?
He just does it randomly. Yeah. Like he popped it off for the summer last year. He had it when he came back.
That's right. He did.
Yeah.
Because he didn't have it for the 500 or anything like that.
Till this year.
Yeah.
Maybe he had the mustache when he was skiing.
No, I think he was bearded up for the skiing event. That was the beginning of the season. But he had it the year he ran. He had like the full like Fu Manchu the year he ran the Rolex. And that was his Fox cartoon since then. We've got Austin Johnson in here. Hey, former league president. He'll be back next season. Full time, maybe in the Cup Series. We don't know. He hasn't really said anything about that yet. Hashtag we need justice for Alex and Chase. Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm starting to think it's Chase. Starting to really not be very happy with. I just think he's underperformed. But if this is like the worst season of being a Chase Elliott fan, then I'm okay because he had the injury and would have made the playoffs and the round of 8 without that injury, and also has a pretty good average finish. Granted, the wins aren't there, but they've been consistent. So, I hate it for Bowman because it really seemed like he was on for a good season before his back injury, but since then really has not came back as strong. And Denny said on Action Detrimental a while ago, I don't remember exactly when this was, but but he was talking about how much the back injury affected him when he had it in 2013, even for the rest of the year. It took till Homestead for him to win that year. And that was when Denny, I don't think Denny was winning as much as he does like now, but was winning 2-3 races every year at that point. So for him to only miss about 5 or so races and really struggle, honestly, for most of that year, never got back in the top 20 in points, I don't think. So it's definitely an injury. It takes a while to be back from. Sally. Oof.
You got to win 4. So it's okay.
Thank you, Rick Allen, for telling me how the MLB playoffs work.
On the
Yeah.
On the Bowman thing too, I mean, he probably feels a lot better than those first couple weeks that he came back from injury. But I mean, yes,
He was
he was
running good
clear
in
to
this
race.
race.
I don't think he was 100% though, because that first race back, he came back for the 600, right?
Yes.
That
Was that the first one?
I think so, because Fox did like a segment with him where they were interviewing him, and he coughed like in the middle of that, and he was saying that still hurt, like little things like coughing and stuff like that, just like screw with him so bad. Like that's the worst thing on there. And then some of these tracks bumpy and everything that transition from going on off of pit road onto the track, like little things like that have got to be bothering him.
Yeah, definitely. And you hope he rebounds next year. There's not many people that don't like Alex Bowman except our guy Wessel, who's not here tonight. And he is stunned about how many Bowman fans there are in this league. Like, he is always really shocked that, like, JV, James, Bradley, all Bowman fans. It's kind of crazy. Austin Johnson about full-time next year, playing it by ear. Better than playing it by nose. Sal, could you do a segment?
What?
Where we talk about some of the silly season stuff that happened this week?
Okay.
Silly
Are you ready?
What the hell's happened? If this is something we're gonna keep, I need to like
Watch, he's got to get ready.
when they happen and stuff.
If you need time to prepare, I can stall for a little bit and we can talk about other things. While you prepare for let's see what I have it worded as. Sally's silly season super segment. It's like Sally's picked up a Sal. What's that? Can we try to do like those tongue twisters? Ryan, read a tongue twister, okay?
I'm good. No, because I can't speak.
Ryan, you're gonna read a tongue twister.
I am not gonna wing it. No, I'm not.
Sally,
Okay, we'll run with what I can remember off the top of my head here.
Block. Sally sells seashells by the seashore. The shells Sally sells are from the sea, I'm sure. Woof.
You need to do it quick enough.
Well, I think I would have overload if I did any quicker. You ready, Sal?
Yeah, I might miss some, but just cup.
I'll try
in
to
general.
I'll try to pipe in some if I notice if you're missing any. All right, here we go. Sally's silly season super segment.
Oh my god. All right, so we got our boy Matt Mills. Everyone's a big fan of him.
Yeah, sure.
He's going to Nice Motorsports for 2024, replacing Carson Hocevar. Carson Hocevar, with that being said, in a not so secret, is moving over to Spire Motorsports to drive the 77, replacing Ty Dillon. Ty Dillon's plans are yet to be announced.
Probably out of 3 cars for him, I'd say.
Yeah, 3 cars. Colleagues in the mix
Xfinity,
there.
Or RCR Xfinity, maybe.
Yeah. Hope not. Sheldon Creed has announced, him and RCR announced that they are parting ways at the end of this season, which makes sense when you underperform a teammate that's winning races in the same equipment.
I think he's leaving.
heard it was mutual, but I think it's
The
more of
rumor for him
RCR.
the rumor for him is JGR.
Yeah, him and Chandler Smith are actually both rumored to go over to JGR, with JGR buying out Chandler Smith's contract since he has 2 more years left on there. Riley Hurts, this weekend's winner. We'll
talk about him in a second. Holy
SHR.
smoke. Yeah.
That's all I can remember.
My boy Riley.
Yeah, Tegan's guy.
Yeah, that's all I can see.
AJ, we talked about him last week, but probably Xfinity for him. That kind of came out during
He's
the
looking
week.
to be back in Xfinity. Trophy hunting. Trademark.
We talked about Noah potentially being in the 10, right?
Yes, 10 Cup. Sources Bob Pockrace.
Yep, and I trust Bob. Yeah, so thank you, Sally. I don't think you missed anything. Yeah, the Chandler Smith. I mean, the JG. Oh, Corey Haim gonna stay in trucks next year.
Yeah, Tricon.
I mean, I'm not sure, but everything that's been said has said that the truck translates better to this new Cup car, and you can actually kind of put yourself behind by running the Xfinity car for that. So maybe their plan is just to vault Haim straight up to Cup after next year to replace Truex, probably. I think that makes the most sense. Or to the 42 if they want to move John Hunter over to the 19. Yeah, it's really depending on how he performs, I think. Because like John Hunter,
when's Eric Jones's contract up?
John Hunter goes over there and he's winning races. I wouldn't fucking move nowhere.
Yeah, that's a good point. So it'll be interesting to see Corey Haim staying in trucks. The JGR Xfinity lineup is going to be kind of odd next year because we think of Toyota.
I'm hearing a lot of names for only two cars. Is what I'm hearing.
I think that Toyota has this big pipeline that we always talk about as being backed up, but yet they're using their Xfinity cars and just taking most likely to be 2 Chevy drivers when it seems like it's going to land at Chandler Smith and Sheldon Creed as the full-time guys for them next year, which really, not expected, I think. Like I didn't really see that coming at all. And that third car would probably be an all-star car again, as long as they don't have Joe Graff in it. Sally, Ryan Sieg Racing, social media admin, buried Joe Graff on Twitter this week.
Did Joe Graff and McLaughlin?
Well, they
took a job at him too.
No, they said
he did what was asked and took care of the car. He listened to them.
Yeah, Joe Graff Jr. did not. Basically, it's what they said. So yeah, I mean, I don't get it. If you're mad about how a pay driver performs, then don't take the money.
Yeah, I mean,
that's not.
In all honesty,
money talks, but
that's the only reason Joe Graff Jr. is still racing.
That's your guy, though. You were putting out top 10.
I did predict a couple times that he was gonna get a top 5 or 10.
That dude missed a race in Xfinity in an RCR car on speed.
Well, when it's only a paid driver, you just show up, get your couple photos, and leave. You know, I mean, if they wanted the full, they should have bought the upgraded package to make the race.
He's got tier levels.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, they only bought the first tier.
The $100,000 level.
You can take your car out for a couple laps at Daytona, but
I'll qualify, but I sure as hell won't make it. So yeah, I think that's all for the silly season talk that we have. Tegan, anything that we want to talk about league related? Is there anything really to go into?
I don't think so. I ain't nothing new going on yet. So,
do we have any updates for anybody? Can we tell them when the Daytona 500 is?
Yeah.
Breaking news, everybody.
Schedule announcement. Race of the year.
Schedule announcement, everybody. The Daytona 500 will be kicking off next season. Can I say what day?
Yeah.
January 7th.
God damn.
January
That's
7th.
what we started this year.
Yeah. So we'll be kicking it off week after news. I kind of like it. I like kind of where the schedule falls month wise. And then we'll race the Coca-Cola 600 the week before Memorial Day. That's basically confirmed.
We
Is
try
there
to keep
anything else
that where it's at.
Is there anything else we can confirm?
I think the season starting and ending is the same it was this year. It's just you add a day or take off a day, whatever it is. So
Yeah. We should tell them. Can we tell them where the regular season's going to end?
no, let's not do that in case it changes.
I don't think it will, but
It might, but
It could.
it's not going to be where we ended this year. We'll say that.
where do we end?
We'll give them that. Vegas. Oh, you're talking about the
No.
regular season. I thought you meant the final.
I'm talking about the regular season end. Yeah. Can we tell them that?
Yeah, if you want to.
'Cause I don't think that's going to change, right?
I don't think so. Yeah.
Daytona. We have announced both Daytona races and Charlotte. That's it. Can also confirm Mid Ohio will appear somewhere. We've done that before, but Tegan wanted to take it off, and I said why?
Because it's a mid race.
It does have mid in the title, and Ohio. I mean, nothing good comes from there.
Asshole.
Whoa! Wait a minute now. I was born in Ohio.
What?
Yes, I was born in
Seriously?
Dayton.
Let's go.
You were born in Dayton?
Dayton, Ohio. Yes.
Yeah.
Jeez,
Maybe
like-
lived there for 2 whole months, but that's where I
About
was born.
about 2 hours away from me.
Okay.
2 hours too close.
Here's JB talking about Bowman. I'm hoping next year will be better once he's fully healed. I think he'll maybe get a win or two this year. I think he means next year for that. I don't know if Bowman's going to get a win or two in these last 3 races. That would be a wild end to the season. Also,
Kinda like Wessel.
just can't execute. Yeah, and keeps wrecking or getting wrecked.
Imagine
he caveated next year. I didn't see that.
season ends with poetic justice. Alex Bowman wins at Phoenix, and Denny Hamlin wins the championship. They do burnouts together. They make up.
Oh.
They're friends again.
Make out right there on the front stretch.
like Ricky Bobby and Jean Girard at the end of Talladega Nights. You start making out at the finish line.
Oh,
Become NASCAR's first gay super couple.
Bowman and Hamlin. Oh, that'd be
They
fun.
neither one of them married.
No, they're not.
Wait.
Yeah, Denny Hamlin had some words said about his relationship by the other party a few years ago. But that seemed like it faded away, didn't it?
Well, they said she was hacked, so who the hell knows?
I
Okay,
said she was what?
Hacked her, her Twitter.
sure. Yeah. All right. Cool. That's serious.
Well, come on now. Larry McReynolds likes liking porn on Twitter. Denny Hamlin just likes to shoot his shot on breast. Each to their own, right?
Jesus Christ, dude. That just took out a lot of stones
Christ.
with one bird or whatever. Multiple birds, one stone. Jeez. Let's head into the picks. I won. Hey, my first win since like
Rig.
Pocono. What? Yeah, I haven't won since Pocono. Puts me up to 8. So unfortunately with that, Sal is mathematically eliminated from winning the picks here. Sal, anything you want to say about that?
You rigged it.
I rigged it.
I just think it's funny how the only other ethnicity
God that has
here
access to the
is
sheets.
is eliminated.
Well, you haven't picked well. Let's see what Sal's wins are this year.
I'm suing you.
Sal won at Dirty Bristol with Tyler Reddick. And then he won at St. Louis with Cush Bush. It's a winner pick. And then he won at Watkins Glen with Chris Buescher. And that's it. The only wins that Sal's gotten this year. But I win. So 4 different people to win. Wessel and Tegan would have to pick the winner in the final 3 races to win. JB and I would have to pick the winner in 2 of the races, or get 2 picks that lead all of us, and then a winner. So basically, JB and I would have to win most of these to move on and win the pod picks. Bradley, I think he's sitting pretty right now at 11. So we'll see how it ends up for him. But picking first is that Bradley. His pick is William Byron. William Byron off the board for Bradley. And then next up would be Mr. Jones. Who you got? Putting some deep thought.
We call Larson.
You've already picked him in the playoffs.
Where?
Darling.
The other page? Oh, yeah, you won.
Yeah, up here.
Okay, who have I took? Up there.
And the playoffs, you're taking Larson, Gibbs, Kyle Busch, Blaney, Logano, Reddick, and Wallace.
I haven't took Hamlin yet, have I?
No, you haven't.
Give me Hamlin.
You can take Denny Hamlin. JB will take Kyle Larson. I believe he's taking him. Yeah, he hasn't. About to put Lyle. So Kyle Larson off the board here. Pretty big names off here. Sal, mathematically eliminated, unfortunately. Are you going to throw in the towel, or are you going to keep picking full strength?
Tyler Reddick.
You're going to say, yeah, take some. You got to take them away.
God damn it. I mean, I don't like that.
Come on.
I think Wessel wants Martin Truex Jr. And so my pick was going to be Reddick. I was hoping Sal wouldn't pick him, but he did. So I'm going to have to go with, got to pick a playoff guy here. This doesn't give me Bell vibes. I've already picked him anyway, so I can't. Fuck it. This guy led like a random, like good amount of laps here in 2021 and has performed better this year. I'm going to go with
Buescher?
I don't know. Because Brad ran well at Vegas and also ran well at Miami last year. Chris Buescher.
Christopher.
That wouldn't fit. So that's the picks. We'll see how that turns out. It could be pretty tight here. If one of us gets the win, that could make it interesting. And basically, whoever wins this week mathematically eliminates almost everybody else, except
Bradley.
It really, yeah,
And JB.
and me, because JB and I are both at 8. So it'd definitely be good to see how that plays out. I guess I'm just holding out hope to win the last 2 races because I don't think Chris Buescher's going to win me this week. Sal had to take Reddick. That was not very nice. Didn't appreciate that at all. So
Good job, Sal.
I'm here to win when I can, buddy. Okay, I'm not finishing. I don't want to finish last.
Haven't won much. You
Remember
like that? Who remembers what, Ryan?
when Matty had a hot start to the picks, didn't he?
Yeah, no, he's not. He's
Wessel
dead.
did too.
Rip Matt.
Rest in peace.
Thank you, Matt.
Thank you,
Gracias, Matt.
Hopefully, I'd love to have Matt on at least one more time before the season's over, because he was originally scheduled. I was planning on having 5 regulars in total on, Matt being one of them. And Matt, he had a new job. Good for Matt. Let's give a round of applause to Matt for his job.
Maybe you can buy
On the
PS5
train.
before the year's over.
Dude,
Still won't buy
mean,
PS5.
seriously, the guy has been working ridiculous. He's been working overtime. He's been on a train track working. And the guy still doesn't have a PS5. Come on, Matt. We need it.
Hell, they've done come out with a fucking new version. They're getting ready to stop selling the old one in November. This motherfucker still
We're
don't have
actually
one.
closer. We're actually closer to the PS6 coming out soon than the PS5's release date. I mean, we're that
Damn.
deep into it, So, because only about like 7 years in a console life cycle.
Right.
We're already like 3 into it, I think. So, Matt, got to get on it before the PS6 comes out.
When the
JB.
PS6 comes out, that's he'll buy the 5.
Yeah,
He'll buy the PS5 off of one of us.
JB's got a wedding to pay for, though. We'll give him a
Pass.
Whoa,
Like a
roll
good
your
wedding
eyes
gift.
over there. Oh,
He ain't got his priorities straight.
What, you're not a
If you
marriage
can
guy,
afford
too?
to spend $10,000 on a wedding, an extra $500 for a PS5 doesn't sound too damn bad. That's just my opinion, right, Sal? Am I right, Sal? You're getting married
No,
this
sweetie.
year, right?
No, sweetie, we don't need those flowers. Let me get this PS5.
We don't need those dance lessons. We just I can learn how to dance on my PS5. Watch what I can show you.
Those dance lessons are a hot
We got about
topic.
30 seconds about our dance going, so we're doing
How are
something
you?
right.
How are you doing with that? Are you?
It's good.
Are you learning the cha-cha?
You got the
Slide.
steps down?
The rumba?
Yeah.
Cha cha, real smooth.
You're figuring it out. Okay, good for you, Sal. Yeah, I would want to get married in like a courthouse. I wouldn't want any big deal if I were ever to get married. Not gonna. I don't need that. I don't need a big deal.
I
But-
don't need that. No. I got
Probably
no
be
shit to buy.
forced. So
She gets her party, her celebration, and I get it in not NASCAR season, so it's a win-win.
okay. Was that your big caveat about it?
Yes, it have to not interfere with the sport I do enjoy watching. So
We can get married, but better not be on a NASCAR weekend. Ryan does that at an aggressive point at his dog. Do that again. Point. Oh, there's a person in there. There's another human being in there. I saw him in here. Do the point. Do the point. Point. Pointing.
yes.
All right. Nice. Great point, Ryan. Good form. Good everything. Great work. Anything that we want to discuss? I feel like, do we miss anything?
Riley winning by 15 fucking seconds.
Holy
Holy
moly!
moly.
Like, jeez Louise, Riley.
Motherfucker gets a contract extension and he's like, watch what I can do. I've been saying it.
Became
He
him.
he needed the car to be good and he needed to quit making mistakes and it was gonna happen. And he fucking went out there and fucking
didn't
did it.
think-
At his
I think
home
he
track, by
became
the
the
way.
guy.
At his home track.
And then he almost fell off the car.
He did.
Jumping like
The
an
other
idiot.
angle, he literally about fell. He lost his footing. Literally lost
Yeah.
his footing and caught himself.
Yeah.
So good for Riley.
Whoops.
Yeah.
Maybe, maybe become my next driver, to be honest.
Oh, really?
I may just have to start watching Xfinity, to be quite honest. I ain't kidding anyway. The
Are we gonna
Xfinity
have
cars
a-
put on better races,
Are
so
we gonna have a Tegan's Xfinity recap every week?
maybe. I've watched more Xfinity here in the last 10 races than I have all season, so that
It's
should
really
say
good.
something.
Like, it's really good. What's going on?
I want to. Mike McCarthy play calls suck.
Oh, Dallas is on. I forgot. Ryan's gonna be angry. I'd like to watch. We're gonna stay on for another like 2 hours to watch Ryan watch the Cowboys
He
game.
sucks. Well, Sally's gonna be
Um,
watching it too, and I think Tony Pollard might have just fumbled.
Oh, that's fun.
We needed 1 week next year, maybe do a podcast during the race.
No, he's down. Never mind. We're good.
That would be such a challenge to get us all at the same time.
To see which one of us gets pissed.
One of
How
the
we
Saturday night.
One
Well,
of the Sunday night races we can do, because Iowa
It's hard to do it on Sunday night
I'm
during
trying
our
to go to
season.
that one.
Yeah, but we're not going to be.
Oh my Christ! What?
We might not. We may or may not race when Iowa is. Darlington. We're not going to race on Labor Day.
Darlington would be a fun one.
It's a long one,
Maybe we
though.
can live watch the Coke 600. Who knows? That could be a fun little pod to do, right?
Yeah. Agree.
Yeah, it'll be a lot of fun. But yeah, so we have the truck cutoff race this week. I'm the only one locked in there. Sal, you know the most about trucks. Can you tell me what's going on over there? You're a truck guy.
They've been off for so damn much I done forgot.
It's so stupid.
Going in. Heim's the only one in. I think Kosovar has a not comfortable but a good race here.
And I think this is one reason why he's taking the week off in the Cup. I think he decided to concentrate.
What is this guy's problem?
He's a
What's
silly
his deal?
Did we say
He's
something?
I don't
Was
think
it the
we said
Bowman
anything.
thing?
Oh, it could be the
I mean, he usually admits to that. I mean, we ain't like we lied. The whole fucking podcast audience knows he don't like fucking Bowman.
That's true.
It's been like 30 minutes since that. Is he that far
He's just
behind?
now. He's probably that far
He's
behind.
getting to it now. Yeah. Yeah. So Hosovar needs to basically have a solid day, right?
Get your
The thing that's
points.
interesting, I think, with like Sanchez and Eckes, right? That's where it kind of gets.
Wait,
close.
when was their last race? Dago?
Talladega. They're
Isn't that a cutoff? That was a cutoff.
No. Their final round is literally spread across 3 Cup Series rounds of the playoffs. Their final round is Bristol, Talladega, and Miami. You can't tell me that's not stupid.
I'm used to it. That's what it's been
dumb.
since the playoff started.
I don't think it's been like this, like bad, because usually they'll run Martinsville, right?
I mean, unless you want them running the same damn racetracks as Cup is at this point, you can't.
I don't.
And there's also the cost thing. Yeah, but you want them to have their own identity. You don't want them running the same damn playoff tracks.
We're getting away from that though. Like, there's only going to be, I think, 1 or 2. Like, there's only one standalone Xfinity race next year. It'll be Portland. That's it. So here are trucks. Hosovar, not that many. There are only like 30 cars in the field usually in the trucks. So I think he'll be okay. Just a decent day, no big mistakes, and hope that, you know, if he has a mistake, that one of these guys doesn't score a crazy amount or win, which could happen. Any one of these guys could easily win. Zane Smith wouldn't be surprised. Ty Majeski with the speed they've showed after the penalty would be a little surprised. Ben Rhodes, always a shot at winning, and this really doesn't give a Grant Enfinger vibe for a track. But it could be close here. Nick Sanchez up 3, and then Eckes up 9. So they have a little bit of reason to be worried. We'll see if Nick Sanchez follows through with what he said about killing Matt Crafton here at Homestead.
I was about to say we're going to get
the
follow-up here.
I think Crafton should be wrecked. Here we are for Xfinity. I really don't think anything exciting happens in this cutoff here. Because I think that John Hunter has the gap that he needs. Because who won? It was Herp, so he's the only winner so far. So nobody locked themselves in. Allgaier 21, I think that's okay for him. Hill is been pretty rock solid throughout the year. And Cole Custer heading into Miami, a track a few years ago, he won by like 20 seconds. So I don't have any worry about Cole Custer really at Miami. Maybe one of these guys could pull off a win. I'd say the most likely would be Chandler Smith out of these 4. I don't see Sam Mayer winning Miami or Martinsville. I don't really see Sammy Smith either. Maybe, but I don't see it. And Sheldon Creed, he could, honestly, but I don't see it. So I think that the Xfinity playoffs is going to be that 4. Do we agree on that?
Yeah.
And then about trucks, do we think anything changes over there?
think somebody from the bottom four gets in
Ooh,
by winning.
okay.
Only one
I think you got to look at Ty and Zane.
Okay.
I would mainly lean towards Ty. I think last year he absolutely whooped the field here.
At Miami.
Yeah.
I'd pick Zane Smith if anybody makes it in on a win. So yeah. Anything we didn't cover here this week?
I don't think so. Happy
All
birthday,
right.
Spencer.
Happy
Happy
birthday,
birthday,
Spencer.
Spencer. Hey, can we do like one of those unison messages after this?
Well, yeah,
Yes.
I mean, Harris just beat us to it, so.
Oh, can we do it live on the pod where we do it all at the same time? Hey, everybody watching
Yeah,
right
give me a
now,
second.
type in happy birthday at Spencer in the Discord. Everybody that's watching, there's 3 of you watching right now. Go into the Discord and type
Austin's
in
one of them.
happy birthday at Spencer. What the hell?
Sorry. I need to hurry up and send this so we can.
Oh God, everybody's sending it. All right. Anyway, think that'll do it for this week. Thank you everybody for tuning in. Oh man, Ryan, Jesus Christ, Ryan,
What the hell happened?
he was fucking
Ron just
quick
couldn't
to
wait.
leave. I mean, Jesus
That's the
Christ,
story of his
Sal's
life,
on
Mr.
Sal's on the
Fucking Quick.
phone. Sal's on the phone, so it's just you and I, Tegan. I mean, these guys.
That's
can't
usually the
pay
way it goes,
attention.
right?
I know.
We're in for the long haul. We ain't no
We
damn
really
minute men, are we?
No. Hey.
Sad done finished. He's back.
Alrighty. Thanks
Story
for
of my
watching,
life.
everybody. We'll be back next week to recap the Miami weekend. See y'all there.